Hi there, IELTS warriors! Writing your essay is a massive factor in your writing score. Yes, in this video I'm talking about the IELTS Task 2 writing question for general training and the academic version. Just to remind you of what the Task 2 question is, remember that the IELTS Task 2 question is where you have to write an essay, and as part of your essay you need to have the main paragraphs or the body paragraphs where you discuss all of the ideas connected to the key words in the question. When it comes to your score in this type of question, examiners are looking for three different things: coherence, development, and clarity. The main bodies of your Task 2 answer are the most important components. If you get them right, then you're going to increase your score. And as always, we do have some tools to help you do this. Can you guess what it is? Well, you saw the thumbnail, didn't you? Yes, that's right. AI comes to our help again. So stay with me and learn how you can use AI to help you write really good paragraphs for your IELTS Task 2 answer. Thanks for clicking on this video. My name's David. I am your IELTS coach. IELTS Breakthrough is a YouTube channel that focuses on helping you get a higher score in IELTS so that you can study at an international university and progress in your career. We have a whole collection of really valuable videos, all completely free, that you can watch. So make sure that you are part of the IELTS Breakthrough YouTube channel. Of course, that means subscribing and watching all of the other videos. Then you'll be ready for your IELTS test. In this video then, as promised, we are talking about using AI to write better paragraphs for Task 2. Now, let me just remind you of what a Task 2 paragraph needs to be. Firstly, you need to have a main idea. Then you have to have supporting points that explain that main idea, followed by examples and explanations that make the supporting points perfectly clear and show how they are connected to the main keywords in that Task 2 question. Using AI is a good place to start if you're not familiar with essay writing practice. By the way, you can use any kind of AI tool that you prefer here. Obviously, ChatGPT is the big one, but if you like to use things like Claude or Autopilot, give these prompts a go in that as well, and you'll find they'll be really good too. The first thing you can do then is to actually get your AI to produce a complete sample paragraph that you can model. Give it a focused prompt like this. Write a body paragraph for an IELTS Task 2 essay on the topic: some people believe that children should be taught how to be good members of society. Others believe they should be taught how to be individuals. Provide three supporting points to explain the idea that children should be taught to be good members of society. And then, of course, your AI will generate the paragraph. You might also want to include how many words you want this paragraph to be. There's no point getting your AI to produce a really long paragraph because it's just too much for a 40-minute essay. So a good number would be no more than 200 words, and probably one main paragraph would only be between 100 to 150 words. Now, when you get that example paragraph, of course you can read it and study it, learn how the paragraph is written, but you can also manipulate it by asking your AI to make the same paragraph more complex, or to see how the lower scores might do to actually simplify the paragraph. Here are a few follow-up prompts you can use. Make it sound like a Band 7 answer. Use formal but simple language. Rewrite this paragraph using more formal language. By the way, be a bit careful of telling your AI to write a Band 7 answer, because Band 7 answers, we tend to get into the area of having some mistakes in there. And I don't think when we're using these kind of sample answers, we should actually be telling the AI to intentionally insert errors into something that we're trying to learn from. Now, step number 2 is to get your AI to play around and show you the vocabulary range that you can use with the paragraph. You ask the AI to rewrite the paragraph using simpler vocabulary and more complex vocabulary. This also applies to grammar, and you prompt the AI to rewrite it using simpler and more complex grammar structures. The prompts would go like this. Rewrite the same paragraph using more simple vocabulary or more complex vocabulary. Or rewrite the same paragraph using more complex grammatical structures, more simple grammatical structures. And you can also tell AI to identify where the changes were made. So you can tell AI as an extra prompt to say, tell me the changes you made by marking them in bold. Now, if you're doing the vocabulary here, make sure that you have your vocabulary book ready and you can note down any of the new words that you get from this experiment. This will boost your vocabulary power. You can start learning them and using it in your own writing. Now, the next tip for paragraph writing is helpful when you go blank and you cannot think of ideas, or maybe you can only think of one idea related to the question. But of course, for a paragraph, you need 2 or 3 supporting points for that main idea. I'm trying to improve my brainstorming skills for writing an IELTS Task 2 answer. Give 3 supporting points to explain the following ideas. Why children should study art at school. The effect of plastic pollution. Why it is important to practice a skill. The disadvantages of international tourism. Note that in this one, the AI is not writing the actual paragraph, it's giving you the ideas that you can use for the paragraph. Now, the last tip is to use AI to get feedback on your writing. So, to do this, of course, you need to write a paragraph first. You might want to use some of the AI ideas you got in the other tips, but basically write your own paragraph and then ask AI to analyze it for you. Here's the prompt. How can I improve this paragraph as part of an answer to an IELTS Task 2 question? Make comments on the following areas: cohesion, clarity, vocabulary, grammar. And then you'll get the feedback and you can read it carefully and decide where your strengths and weaknesses are. And there we have it, 4 great tips where you can use AI to write better paragraphs. Let's just review those tips. Number 1, get your AI to generate a model paragraph. Tip number 2, ask AI to rewrite the paragraph with better or more complex, more simple vocabulary and grammar. Tip number 3 is to get some ideas of supporting points from a main idea. And then tip number 4 is to ask feedback from your AI tool in the 4 key areas that affect your writing score. So what I suggest you do is have a go at using some of these tips with AI yourselves and let me know in the comments. How did you get along with it? What kind of feedback was AI giving you here? And of course, if you want to have any help with your Task 2 paragraph writing, put any questions in the comments section. Now, there's lots to say about the Task 2 question, and it's really important that you get all of the factors right. So, don't just stop watching videos. Here's the next video you can watch. This is about the 4 practice levels of Task 2. If you go through these levels, you're going to be match fit, ready 100% when you do the real test. In the meantime, thanks for watching this far. Have a fantastic day, morning, afternoon, or evening. I'll see you in the next video.